Okay, for his second song, Joey Boover from the great state of Massachusetts, Worcester, Mass. I've been through there many times. What's your second song, Joe?
So this next song is called Lovesick.
All right, let's do it. Joey Boover.
Pretty sad, but it's true that I'm the kind of dude who gets a nosebleed every time I try to make love to you. When you kiss me goodnight, it's like a vampire bite. I feel anemic, but the feeling is oh so right. Just give me cookies and juice till my stomach is filled. Give me a blood transfusion, do whatever you will. Cause you're the reason I sing, ain't that the way that it goes? You keep the love in my heart and the tissues in my nose. The tissues in my nose. When I come up to your place to pick you up for a date, I feel my eyeballs swell up at an alarming rate. Cause the fabric on your mattress makes my body inflate. I think the off-brand detergent that you buy is to blame. But you look so beautiful through my burning tears. Yeah, my eyelids may be puffy and gross, but have no fear. No. I'll take an allergy pill, drown myself in eye drops. An epinephrine injection helps the histamine stop. Cause you're the reason I sing, and if you're wondering why, you keep the love in my heart and the saline in my eyes. My crusty eyes. Oh, I still remember the day, I guess that I always will. When I first saw you on the sidewalk, thought the planet stood still. Thought your freckles were so beautiful, they gave me the chills. I fell ill and started shaking and shivering, and my body felt sick. Could not believe it, but my fever hit 106. It was ridiculous, cause all the while my smile was fixed on you, baby. So line my stomach with pills to numb this pain in my head. I'll be a victim to you till I'm immune or I'm dead. Cause you're the reason I sing the song that I have just sung. You keep the love in my heart and the fluid in my lungs. The fluid in my lungs. The fluid in my lungs. Thanks.
Joey Boover, ladies and gentlemen. You know, normally we do an interview where we have a musician on, so let's touch base with Joey. Joey, you grew up in Worcester, Mass, and when did you develop a passion for music?
Well, I guess I developed a passion for music at a pretty young age because my sister was an opera singer, and that's when my real passion for music came alive. And I think that she encouraged me to do more artistic stuff and to see what it's like to be an artist and the world of artists. I would go visit her, and she's 10 years older than I am, so she was a little bit older, and I would go and see her when she was at college, and I would see her do performances of stuff, and just the whole vibe and everybody around her was so much fun, and that got me excited about it. And then my mother bought me a guitar, and I've been playing since, and writing. I seriously started writing maybe 8 years ago, though.
That's cool. I'm impressed that tonight you're doing all originals. And 10 years ago, you moved to New York City. What motivated you to move to the Big Apple?
Well, I wanted to be an actor, is why I came here, and I'm still doing it, still acting, doing that type of thing. But I wanted to do a little bit of music on the side, is what I thought. I was I'll be an actor and I'll sing some songs too. But I came here and I went to the American Musical and Dramatic Academy in 2008, and I graduated 2010. And I've been out acting, doing film acting, stage acting. But the thing about acting is that it's hard to keep working consistently. So in the meantime, when I have downtime, I write songs. And I've been writing songs sort of when I'm in between shows, in between jobs, and it keeps me creatively alive and active and telling my story. And I think storytelling has been my real passion, and songwriting is just a great outlet for me.
And you told us before the show you've had some great experiences working on cruise ships, and lately you went on tour. Talk about those experiences and some of the recent great experiences you've had.
Well, most recently I've been with the show $1 Million Quartet, which is the story of Sun Records, Sam Phillips, through the careers of the young Elvis Presley, Johnny Cash, Carl Perkins, and Jerry Lee Lewis before they were like really big stars. It's just when they were all recording together at Sun Records. There was one day, it was December 4th, 1956, where they all just were in the same place in the studio. Sam Phillips he was brilliant to just start recording it, and you can actually listen to it on YouTube, the $1 Million Quartet recording, and it's just those four legends playing before they were really big stars. I mean, Elvis was kind of a big star, but the rest, and Johnny too, but Jerry Lee Lewis was a nobody. Carl Perkins was big in the South. I mean, everyone, just before they became huge stars, it was just they kind of had a jam session, and it's a very fun show about that.
And working with that show has enabled you to travel all over the world, like you mentioned. You're going to be going to Turkey soon, so that's got to be, for a young person, a great experience to see the world, through your music.
Totally, and I mean, going to Turkey, I'm only going there to visit some friends of mine, but I mean, I was in Turkey while I was working on a cruise ship, but it would be fun to bring something like American roots music to Turkey and to play something like $1 Million Quartet there. I'd wonder how they'd be able to experience it, because it's just a fun American story that would be really, really interesting to share, because I think the music of rock and roll, like the roots music, it sort of is, there's like a dark part to it, and there's a dark history to America, of course, too, but the sounds that came out of artists from the 50s and 60s was like such a visceral thing that it's like when you hear it, you want to like tap your toe and you want to sing along and jam to it and just enjoy the music. And I think that there's some very honest, like primal cry to like rock and roll music when it first came out in America that I think would be universal.
And I always love asking this question, musicians. If you had to pick a few musicians who had a great impact on your life, a musician you could relate to, had an influence on you early on, who's some of the musicians who really resonated for you early on?
Early on, the Guillemots, which is a band from the UK that I just discovered on MySpace Music one day. I really like Radiohead. Been listening to Radiohead since I was a kid, and I love how they just like expanded and continue to put out new stuff. And let me think of another band that.
Or singer or whatever. But whatever.
Well, Bob Dylan too. I've always liked Bob Dylan and like kind of storytelling music that he does. The idea of like telling stories through music has always been really important to me, and I think that's, and also Glenn Hansard from the Swell Season. I think that just the music that I hear from them, it like hits me in a spot where I feel like the truth and honesty, and it's really fun to share that with people.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Joey, we enjoyed your music here, and we look forward to you coming back and doing more music and writing more songs down the road.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Joey Boover, ladies and gentlemen. He'll be back for 2 years.
Yeah.